Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is a turtle. It's the Turtle Mk.1 actually. It's a tier 8 British premium tank destroyer. It's located on the south spawn of Lakeville. This one is under the command of pumicka2 of the SOGM clan, or SOGM. I hope I haven't pronounced that wrong. Okay, what can I tell you about this piece? Well, it was actually conceived as a student project in 1943. There was only blueprints for it, so nothing was actually built. But in many ways, it does resemble the tortoise. Yes, in very similarities to it. Now, the gun is actually a 108mm 55-pounder anti-tank gun. And the engine was a Meteor engine with 800 horsepower, so it's actually quite quick in many ways. Oh, he's not going well around there. The Skoda had to go out of his way to get round, and I don't think he was very happy about that, which is why he did the thanks a lot bit at the end. Now, it does have very thick armor at the front, 254mm of armor, so very strong from the front, only 101.6 at the sides and 76 at the rear. But it is a premium tank, which means that, of course, it gets premium credits. And he's taking on a premium tank there, the BZ-176, which, of course, is widely considered to be the most OP Tier 8 tank in the game at the moment. As OP as the Defender used to be in many ways. Well, he's getting hit here quite a lot. He's taken 2 hits, one from the Kilana and one from a GW Panther. And at this moment, oh my god, he got the kill on the BZ. So he's killed that guy, and he took a round from the Kilana and a 56 TP, but only the 56 TP managed to get the round in, and the Kilana's had to back off. He can't stay toe-to-toe with the turtle, so he's having difficulty trying to get through the armor, and he's gone. So that's 2 kills now. But remember, he's going to expose his weak sides if he has to go up against these guys. So guys to his right are actually going to be able to get shots in. And in fact, actually now the 56 TP backs off. In fact, he tries to get around us. And he has got around us. But now he's actually the sole purpose and the sole attacking enemy. And yeah, he gets around into his rear to finish him off. I missed out, of course, the fact that he did kill the T-34, the T-34 2GFT. So he got that guy as well, and now they're streaming towards the enemy cap with 4 kills, and the enemy who were in the city are now looking at the pace of having to come back. They just lost their Arty. The GW Panther went down, but they've got another one. They've still got a Lorraine 15550, and we don't know where he is. He could be just around the corner, but I think he's probably down the other end. But now we're going to invade the enemy cap area, and this is the tank to do it in, because of course that very thick armor at the front. Now the standard reload is 6.52 seconds per shot. You can see pumicka2's got it down to 5.4. And he's not stopping in the cap area either. He's actually going to go around the corner and deal damage. And he gets a hit into the Scorpion. Now the Alpha, I didn't mention that, but it's actually, the Alpha's 360. I'll show here. 330, sorry, not 360. And he's got another kill. In fact, he's now got a top gun because he took out the Scorpion and he took out the Lorraine 15550. He's now shooting to try and get the G-Saw. Now, he could potentially get a Radley's, but I think very unlikely. In fact, no, it's not possible now because the last enemy has, or one of the enemies has just gone. There's only one enemy left. It's the Kampfpanzer 7 RH, and I don't think he'll last very long. He's down to 12 hit points, and he's out the game, and that's it. It's all over. That was a hell of an assault. Well, I think you might call that a brute force assault on the enemy. The battle was very, very quick, just over 4 minutes in length. But that was an ace tanker game and a first ace tanker for pumicka2 in the Turtle 1. He got a fire for effect for doing more damage than the hit points of his own vehicle. He also got a arsonist. He set light to the, I think it was the BZ176 actually, destroyed by fire. Just looking at that, checking it now. Yes, it was destroyed by fire. He did set light to the BZ176 and it burned up. So he took him out with the fire. He also got a duelist for taking down 2 tanks who damaged him. A bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. In fact, he got 9. He got the high caliber for dealing the most damage in that game, and he got a top gun for getting at least 6 kills. In fact, he got 6 exactly. His win 8 was 12,228, which is super unicum and quite a bit more. And he just bulldozed his way through the enemy. There was not much they could do, although they did try to get around him like the 56 TP, because they thought that that would probably be the right thing to do. He just couldn't turn his turret fast enough to get at Pumicka, because Pumicka could pivot, traverse on the spot, and then put the rounds into him and keep his strong points towards the enemy so that they couldn't penetrate him. Let's have a look at the team score and see where he was. Well, easily the highest damage, 5,252. In fact, he's the only one who got above 5,000, the only one who got above 4,000 hit points of damage. The next highest scorer was the Kampfpanzer 7 RH on the enemy team, who got 3,181 hit points. So, yes, that was the last enemy alive, and he did the most damage on the enemy team, but he was still 2,000 hit points short of the amount of damage that pumicka2 did. The third highest damage in this one was the Indian Panzer on his own team with 2,275 hit points of damage. When it came to kills, we can see again it's pumicka2, 6 kills to him, 2 kills to the AMX1357 and the AMX CDA105. Nobody else managed to get more than 1 kill, and in fact, only 4 members of the enemy team got kills at all. In fact, that game was over so quickly, you'd think that it would have been a 15-0 assault, but yes, they did manage to kill a few of our guys. And when it came to base XP, well, just look at this. He's more than double the next highest scorer. Pumicka managed to get 1,823 base experience points out of that game by bulldozing his way over the enemy. 828 went to the Indian Panzer, which is a ridiculous score compared to that one. 785 went to the AMX 1357. So you can see he was literally in a class of his own on this game. Literally, the enemy fell before him, and he just assaulted the enemy so hard that there was nothing they could do. I think that Skoda was probably sitting there with astonishment at the amount of damage that Pumicka was doing, even after he rather sarcastically said, "Thank you very much for blocking me right at the start of the game." I think at the end of the game, he was probably thinking, oh, well, I don't mind him blocking me if he can do that with a game. Well, let's have a look at the detailed report. 20 shots fired. You get plenty of ammo. You get 50 shells in this thing. So he didn't even use half his ammo. 20 direct hits on the enemy. Every shell he fired hit the target, but only 16 of them actually penetrated. And he got 1 splash as well. 5,252 hit points, of which 413 were at more than 300 meters. So only a few shots were actually at long range. The rest of them short range. 5 hits received from the enemy, only 1 of which actually penetrated, 2 non-penetrations and 2 hits by way of splash. You saw that during the battle. He was receiving fire from the Kilana and from the GW Panther, and they were actually getting shots onto him, but they just weren't able to do much about it. He blocked damage of 1,090 hit points of damage, 4 enemy vehicles spotted, 7 enemy vehicles damaged, 6 killed, 331 hit points of damage assistance. Now, on a premium count, he actually made a profit of 100,104 credits, and that was after using a lot of premium ammo as well. You know, the advantage of this thing being a premium tank is that you do get extra credits, but just look at the amount of credits before deductions. 219,000, and even after deducting all that premium ammo, he still came out ahead with 100,000 profit. 25 bonds for a mission achievement, and he also got another mission achievement for 10,940 experience points, coming out on top with 13,948. So it just goes to show how strong the Turtle tank is, and of course very relevant for today, because of course there are now tanks going about on the battlefield which are being called turtle tanks because, of course, they have huge amounts of armor on them. Well, they're actually, the armor's there to stop people using drones to knock out these tanks effectively with an RPG round carried by the drone to the target. But yes, it's not the same sort of tank as this one. If this one was on a battlefield and there was drones assaulting it, I think, yes, they probably would fall because it would hit the weak spots. I did say the armor on the side is only 101.6 millimeters. It's the frontal armor on this thing that really defeats the enemy. 254. It's very, very strong, just like the tortoise. It's only got a 40-degree arc either side, 20 degrees either side of the center line. But it's more than enough for the turtle to actually cope with enemy directly in front. And it is an assault tank. That's what it's designed to do. It was to actually take on individual emplacements and wipe them out with HE rounds or with specific rounds that could penetrate the bunker and take it out. But yes, it's a very effective. And of course, the best thing about this is the DPM. It's an incredibly high DPM, similar to the Badger. So in that sense, the fast fire rate really does make a big difference on the enemy. And of course, it's a premium, so anyone can buy one of these and actually try it out. And of course, if you do try it out, you will be trying out something very similar to the tortoise, which is the Tech Tree one at tier 9. But yes, you can have a lot of fun with this one, just as you can have a lot of fun with the AT-15A, which is another premium, but it's got a very fast fire rate, and that fast fire rate means you get a lot of shells at the enemy, which can really badly damage them. So long as you keep your front to the enemy, you're okay. But if you ever let the enemy get your sides, that's when you're in trouble. And you could see in this battle, Pumicka actually did take a risk that when he was engaging the 56TP and the T34-2G FT, because he had to go around the corner, had to expose his sides, but he'd actually already dealt with the enemy who could have actually shot him in the side. So he was quite happy to deal with them head on. And even when the 56TP tried to get the best of him by outflanking him and using his speed to get round, he couldn't do it in time. And Pumicka was still able to get around into that guy's rear to finish him off and claim the kill. So well done, Pumicka. Brief battle. It was brief. I mean, if you saw the time, 4 minutes, 10 seconds. Not much for me to comment on. And I didn't even get through my full spiel. I was going to give you all the really good bits about this tank and all the bad bits about it. But I couldn't even do that because the action was so quick. Pumicka really likes a good assault game, and this is definitely one of his best. In fact, it was a first ace tanker, as you can see here. The first time he's got an ace on this one, but it won't be the last. And I can see that he'll easily get a 3 marks of excellence if he carries on at this rate, because if that's the standard he's setting, then he's setting a very high standard indeed. Hope you enjoyed that one. If you did, please give this video a like. Do subscribe to our channel. Leave a little comment down below because it feeds the algorithm. And thank you for watching.